Good evening to all. I am Colonel SP Singh. By profession, I am an electrical engineer. But after retirement, I am pursuing my passion of health enthusiast. I am now a certified nutritionist and a health coach of our organization, Health Quadrant. Our mission is to improve health of 1 lakh people by 2030. Consequently, we are organizing a presentation on burning and relevant topics. Today being a World Diabetic Day, the topic for the presentation is the truth about sugar and its effect on health, which will be presented by Miss Sulakshana, our health and fitness coach. She is a trained yoga instructor and Reebok certified and has been in the fitness and wellness industry since last 10 years. She is a marathon runner and has won 10-kilometer marathon in women's category in 2018. She has also won Miss Fitness title for Navi Mumbai in 2020. Without further delay, I invite Miss Sulakshana for her presentation. Miss Sulakshana, please.
Thank you so much, Kanasil, for such a beautiful introduction. Thank you so much once again, and good evening, everyone. Today, being a World Diabetes Day, I think this is the right topic that we all are going to talk about how the sugar is going actually affects our overall health, right? I know all of us are very conscious. So much of informations are going on the social media and so everywhere, and we all are conscious about the sugar, right? Intake of our sugar. Most of us are not taking the sugar in our tea and coffees, and we are avoiding the outside sweets also. But is that only the enough? Do you not think so? Whatever food that we eat on a daily basis, is there any kind of sugar intake that do we all are aware about that? So let's dive deeper into that and see, even if we are avoiding the external sugars, how the daily food that we eat, it still have the sugar and it affects our health. So without delay, I will start. I'll be sharing some presentation with you all. So I hope you are able to see the presentation clearly. Yes, great, fantastic. So, before we start about this, how the sugar is actually affects our health, it is very important for us that whatever food that intake we take it inside, how actually it works inside our body, right? हम सब कुछ खाते हैं. We eat rice, roti, dal, sabzi, bread, pasta, everything we eat. अंदर जाके उसका होता क्या है? What happens to that, right? So we will quickly know कि how the background of actually food is. So whatever food we eat, it's actually we get the nutrient out of the food that we eat. Along with the calories, we know that food has the calories, but very important thing that it has a nutrient, and it is divided into two parts. One is called as a macro. Now, name itself suggests it is a big. We require in a more quantity, and micro is definitely like we require in a very lesser quantity. Now, today I'm not going to talk about this micro, that we will talk in some other day, but today I'm going to talk about this macro. What is this macro? What is that? So basically, whatever food that comes under macro, the daily food that we eat, हम जो रोज खाना खाते हैं, दाल, sabzi, roti, rice, everything, that divides into three categories. First one is the carbohydrates, like roti, rice, upma, poha, then your dosa, idli, paratha, all these things comes under a category that is called as a carbohydrate. Second is protein. What is protein? जो हम पनीर खाते हैं, sprouts खाते हैं, chicken, fish, uh, tofu, soya, all these items comes under a protein category. And third thing is a fat, like ghee, oil, nuts, seeds, everything that we eat, it comes under a fat. Of course, your French fries and pizza also. Okay. So, why these three things are like our food is divided into these three categories? Everything has some meaning. When it goes inside our stomach, it has some other function. So when we eat the carbs, when we eat rice and roti, that gets converted into energy. Energy, whatever we do throughout the day, we need the energy. Right now I'm talking, Right now you're listening. Even though if you're not doing any activity, your brain is working, your heart is working, your lung is working. Inside, all the organs are working. Even though if you're moving your hands, your body needs the energy, and that you get it from the carbs that you eat. Now, the protein that we eat it is basically need for a growth and repair. दिन भर हम बहुत सारी एक्टिविटी करते हैं, हम थक जाते हैं, तो नेक्स्ट डे के लिए हाउ योर बॉडी प्रिपेयर योरसेल्फ इज थ्रू द प्रोटीन that you eat it. When you go to the sleep, your body works for your growth and do all the repairs and prepare you for the next day. That's the reason we have the energy for the next day, right? And the third thing is the fat. So whatever fat items that we eat it, it's like an energy storage for the later use. So all these three things are important. We need to eat it. But when we don't balance it, when there is no balance between these three items, एक कोई चीज हम ज्यादा खाते हैं, कोई चीज हम कम खाते हैं, that's where the problem starts, right? If we all see our Indian thali, हमारा Indian thali कैसे होता है? Like what is the maximum thing that you eat in your Indian thali? Carbs, right? Do you all agree with me? हमारे इंडियन थाली में ज्यादा क्या होता है? Rice, roti. Most of the time throughout the day, what we eat is carb, right? But carbs are not bad. Carbs are not at all bad. But when we eat in excess, especially the refined carbs that we eat in excess, it creates a problem in our body. So what problem it creates in our body? कैसे problem होता है खाने से? Let's see that. We will see first that, and then we will dive the little more deeper into that. See, we do all the activities throughout the day. हम दिन भर कुछ ना कुछ करते रहते हैं, right? We go to the office, we run, or maybe we go catch the train, market में जाके सब्जी खरीदनी है या steps, कुछ भी हो. Household activity you're doing it. Even if you're sitting at one place right now and just watching or listening to this video, still your body needs an energy because your internal functions are working. And ये energy हमको कहाँ से मिलती है? How your body gets the energy? Your body gets the energy from sugar or the glucose. तो ये glucose body में आता कहाँ से है? How your body prepares that glucose? How does your body make the glucose? Let's see how our body makes the glucose. First thing, just take one example. जब हम एक banana खाते हैं, very easy. When we eat that banana, in one banana, almost we get a 17 grams of carbs. Average I'm talking about, right? Now, when you eat this banana, the 17 grams of carbs in the banana get converted into glucose. And that glucose goes into your bloodstream. जरूरत कहाँ है? सेल्स के लिए. हमारे बॉडी में ट्रिलियन सेल्स है. ये सेल्स को ये ग्लूकोज की जरूरत है. बट फर्स्ट इट्स गो टू योर ब्लड, राइट? इंस्टेड ऑफ बनाना, अगर सपोज हमने एक नान या ब्रेड खा लिया, राइट, विच इज कंप्लीटली अ रिफाइंड कार्ब, it has double than what the calories that has in banana. Almost 43 grams carbs you will get it in that one piece of bread or the naan that you eat, which will also get converted into glucose. And where it will go? First, it will go into the glucose, and as it is a refined one, what will happen? It will spike your sugar faster than what you're eating with the banana, right? स्पाइक करेगा वो शुगर अपने बॉडी का, ब्लड का. नाउ योर बॉडी इज सो स्मार्ट. योर बॉडी वांट्स टू कीप एवरीथिंग इन बैलेंस. उसको कोई भी अनबैलेंस होगा उसके बॉडी में तो उसको अच्छा नहीं लगता. अब हम खाता है, राइट नाउ यू आर ईटिंग and your blood sugar has increased, so that means there is an unbalance of sugar in your blood. Now आपका बॉडी पगला गया है. Yes, your body is like, blood sugar has increased, now I have to get it back to the normal. So there is one beautiful magical organ is there in your body. Anyone know which is that? Yes, pancreas, which is a very beautiful, all our organs are very, I can say, are magical organs, but this one magical organ will produce a hormone that is called insulin. तो पैनक्रिया विल प्रोड्यूस द इंसुलिन जब आपके ब्लड का शुगर स्पाइक होता है, राइट? and this insulin will go into your cells. I'm trying to make it very simple. I'm trying to tell you in a layman language. Don't take it in that I'm going to tell you in a deep science way. Let's understand कि उसके behind क्या logic है. I'm not going in detail in telling you about the scientific thing. I'll try to make you understand as simple as possible. So what happens when your pancreas releases insulin? That insulin goes to the cells. Now, our body has a trillions of cells. बहुत है, trillions. And can you see on the screen? ये cells जो आपको दिख रहा है yellow color का, इसके ऊपर doors होते हैं. Now, if you can see on your left hand side, there is a door which is like a insulin receptor. मतलब वहां से insulin enter होगा. It is like a key to that door. When the insulin insert, that key opens, and the another door which you can see on your right hand side, which opens, and then that extra glucose from your blood goes inside your cell. So simple, na? So magical. We should be so grateful for our body, right? But this is what done in a healthy body. Healthy body, your pancreas will release the insulin. Insulin then goes into the cell. It will knock the door, knock, knock, open the door. I am there. So now when your cell realize the insulin, now your cell will not listen to anyone. वो सिर्फ insulin की ही सुनेगा. तो जब insulin door knock करेगा, it will open the door and it will take that extra glucose inside. Simple. But what happens in case of type 2 diabetes? In type 2 diabetes, pancreas है जो insulin release करता है. It releases the insulin. But when that insulin goes to the door of the cell, शायद वो चाबी और वो उसका जो लॉक है वो मैच नहीं हो पाता. So what happens? Insulin, even the insulin knock the door, cell don't open the door. The other door जहां से ग्लूकोज अंदर आना चाहिए. तो क्या होगा? अगर वो दूसरा डोर ओपन ही नहीं कर रहा है, तो your insulin and your glucose stays outside. It will not go inside the cell. वो तो बाहर ही रह जाएगा. Right? Understanding what I'm trying to tell you. Understand this simple thing. Then you will know. You from tomorrow onward, you will be conscious what you're eating in your plate. So that's the reason in type 2 diabetes, even your pancreas releases the insulin, your cell don't take it inside. Q. Why? Why your cell is not taking that sugar inside? क्या problem है उसको? Because your cell, diabetic cell, is like this dustbin. Now your healthy cell is like a empty bin. Empty है, उसके अंदर कुछ नहीं है. So what happens when the insulin knock the door? वो open कर लेता है because there is a space inside. It takes the glucose, but your fat cell and the diabetic cells are filled with kachra. Now what is that kachra? Kachra is nothing but the previous glucose that you have ate, which is already there inside your cell. अब वो पूरा यहाँ तक भरा है, उसके पास जगह ही नहीं है, वो कैसे खोलेगा? So it's like a bin which is already filled with the glucose which you have not utilized, you have not used it. तो वो extra glucose अंदर नहीं ले पाता है. What is our role? अब हमें क्या करना चाहिए? Now you all have to do with me the action that I'm going to do it with your involve your body so you will remember. Dustbin को खाली करना है. All of you have to do. I know I can't see you, but you have to do. Dustbin को खाली करना है. When you use that extra, already that glucose is there inside your cell. When you use that, when your bin is empty, the cell will start working like a normal healthy cell. This is I'm explaining in a simple language. I hope you all are understanding what I'm trying to tell you here. So let's see about our plates. How much sugar we eat in a daily. Now we understood कि okay, हमारा बॉडी कैसे काम करता है हमने समझ लिया. बट अब लेट्स फाइंड आउट कि डेली बेसिस पे हमारी प्लेट में हम शुगर कितना खाते हैं. मैं तो शुगर चाय में नहीं लेती हूँ. आई डोंट ईट एनी स्वीट्स. मैं बाहर का कुछ खाती नहीं हूँ. बट वी ईट होम कुक फूड, राइट? इट इज गुड. आई एम नॉट टेलिंग इट इज बैड. Home cooked food is good to eat. We all should be eating that. But let's see how much of sugar we eat on a daily basis. देखिए, okay. उसके पहले I wanted to ask you, how many of you know how much of sugar is there in our blood? Fasting sugar अगर हम check करते हैं, तो हमारा fasting normal sugar blood में कितना होता है? 100 mg per deciliter. This is a normal fasting blood sugar. Most of us, every one of us know this. अगर उसको मैं लीटर में या ग्राम्स में कन्वर्ट करूं, तो कितना होगा? 1 gram is normal in 1 liter. Do you agree with me? All of you agree with me? And do you know how much of average blood that we have in our body? Average 5 liters. I'm not going in detail. Women's ka kitna hai, men ka itna hai. Let's not go in that detail. But average, our body has a 5 liter of blood. So 5 liter of blood में कितना normal sugar होगा? 5 gram. There is a 5 liter of blood. अगर 1 gram 1 liter के लिए है, तो 5 liter के लिए 5 gram sugar होगा. And how much of 5 gram sugar? 1 teaspoon. एक long breath ले लो अभी सब लोग. 1 teaspoon. That means 1 teaspoon sugar जो हम चाय में डालते हैं, that is normal in your blood. अब लेके आओ sugar किचन में से. Take that 1 teaspoon and put it there. You will need it in further also, because yeah, it is going to blow your mind whatever I'm going to tell you, right? So now we know कि 5 gram sugar 1 tablespoon है, जितना हमारे blood के लिए normal होता है. तो how much of sugar we eat daily? तो कितना हम खाते हैं? चलो देखते हैं. 1 फुल्का. Suppose if you are eating a 1 roti or 1 फुल्का, which is, अगर वो डो को आपने कभी अगर मेजर किया होगा, तो normally average 30 grams होता है. ऊपर नीचे maybe, but average it will be a 30 grams. And this 30 grams wheat is full of carbs. तो उसमें 80% carbs होगा, 10% protein and 10% fat, right? तो 80%, 30 grams का अगर 80% करेंगे तो 24 grams of sugar in 1 roti. 5 spoons. Average 5 grams, 24. तो अगर हम 2 फुल्का खाते तो 10 spoons of sugar that we are eating. Fantastic. Poha. Almost we eat it most of the time for a breakfast. 1 plate of poha will average give you 5 spoons of sugar. 2 idlis. Fantastic. All these are superfood. Don't think that कि मुझे नहीं खाना है. We are just looking into the reality. All are superfoods. 2 idlis are going to give you almost 5 spoons of sugar. Then अगर एक पराठा खाते हैं तो उसमें से हमको almost 7 to 8 spoons of sugar मिल जाता है, एक पराठा जो हम खाते हैं. तो average अगर पूरा दिन हम count करें from morning till night, whatever we eat, an average person eats 30 spoons of sugar. Average. इसमें मैंने I have not counted the extra sweets that we sometimes eat. Sometimes when we eat that extra sweets during the Diwali and during festival times, it goes to 50 to 60 spoons a day. Fantastic. Blood में कितना sugar normal है? 5 grams. 1 spoon. How much we eat? Average 30 spoons of sugar. तो ये बाकी का sugar जो हम खा रहे हैं वो जाता कहाँ है? Where it goes? Don't worry, your body is very smarter than you. Our body has some storage devices. बॉडी को पता है कि आप तो रुकोगे नहीं, आप रोज खाओगे. आप तो हमें तो रुकना ही नहीं है, हमें तो खाना ही है ना. एवरी डे हमको कुछ ना कुछ खाना है. Your body is also very smart. So what your body will do? Our body has some storage devices like a warehouse. जैसे हम warehouse में कुछ सामान स्टोर करते हैं, वैसे बॉडी भी स्टोर करता है. तो ये जो एक्स्ट्रा ग्लूकोज हम खाते हैं शुगर, वो बॉडी स्टोर करता है मसल्स में और लीवर में. So your muscle and the livers are like a storage device. So muscles stores 100 spoons of sugar. तो muscle का ग्लूकोज स्टोरेज का कैपेसिटी है 100 spoons, and liver का ग्लूकोज स्टोरेज कैपेसिटी है एवरेज 20 spoons. So 120 spoons of storage including your muscles and liver is there in your body. और उसको हम देखें तो वो storage कितना दिन का हो गया? 2-3 days, maximum 4 days का storage हम कर सकते हैं हमारे body में. That is what capacity our body has. But हम तो रुकते नहीं है. Every day we eat, and that also we eat 5 times a day, right? तो वो 120 स्पून के बाद बाकी का शुगर कहाँ जाएगा? बाकी का ग्लूकोज कहाँ जाएगा? है belly में स्टर होगा. It excess sugars get converted into fat and triglycerides. अगर बॉडी ने इतना तो आपको दे दिया, बॉडी हैज स्टोर दैट मच ऑफ शुगर इन योर मसल्स एंड लिवर, फिर भी हम तो खाते जा रहे हैं, हम तो खाते जा रहे हैं, हम तो रुकते नहीं है. तो दैट एक्स्ट्रा शुगर दैट गेट कन्वर्टेड इनटू फैट. और वो कहाँ कहाँ स्टोर होता है? सम ऑफ अस गेट स्टोर इन आवर बेली, some of us will have it in our arms, some of us have in our glutes or maybe thighs. Every one of us body is different, but mostly your body will store in a belly, because that is the safest way for your body to save without damaging any other part of our body. So that's the reason most of us have a belly fat, because your body first stores that extra fat in your belly. तो अब समझ में आ गया आपकी ये फिक्स डिपॉजिट का राज क्या है? योर बेली फैट इज नथिंग बट अ फिक्स डिपॉजिट. आई ऑलवेज कॉल एज अ फिक्स डिपॉजिट, राइट? Okay, so now just take a look at how we will just take a look at our normal food that we eat. Now, जो भी मैं आपको स्क्रीन पे दिखा रही हूँ, it is a normal food. It is not in like a kind of too healthy, or it is not kind of too unhealthy. Normal person who don't have any knowledge, what we will do, we will start a day with the tea and coffee. Along with that, maybe he'll have one biscuit or toast. उसके बाद हम पोहा, उपमा, इडली, कुछ तो एक ब्रेकफास्ट का आइटम खाएंगे. And right in our lunch, we will have two chapati, रोटी, राइस ले सब चीजें लेंगे. फिर से अगेन शाम को हम चाय के साथ बिस्किट या टोस्ट कुछ तो खाएंगे. एंड सेम थिंग कम्स टू ए डिनर. तो अगर अगर पूरे दिन का आप देखोगे, इफ कैलकुलेट हाउ मच ऑफ शुगर यू टेक इट ऑन योर राइट हैंड साइड, कैन यू सी? सुबह हम जब चाय और बिस्किट खाते हैं तो ऑलमोस्ट 3.5, मतलब 3 to 4 स्पून ऑफ शुगर जाता है. ब्रेकफास्ट में 7 स्पून. ऐसे अगर आप पूरा दिन का कैलकुलेट करोगे, almost we eat 51 spoons of sugar in a day. अगर उसको हम 5 ग्राम से मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे तो कितना आएगा? 255 grams of sugar in a day. पाव किलो शुगर. जाओ अभी पाव किलो शुगर लेके आओ, and then put it in your plate and see, and if I tell you to eat that पाव किलो sugar, will you do that? कोई नहीं करेगा हम लोग में से, but that is the reality that we are doing it. This is what happening, and that's the reason if you don't take the corrective action against this is what happens. अभी तो आपको लगता है कि now you must be thinking I am fit and fine, कुछ problem नहीं है. But then you take out your blood report, you will find अरे cholesterol high है, triglyceride high है, fatty liver है, I have a diabetes. शौक लगता है, अरे मैं तो एकदम कुछ, मैं तो खाता हूँ, अच्छा मैं तो घर का खाना खाता हूँ, फिर भी ये सब. This is the reality, guys. This is the reality. So wake up. So now you must be thinking, अरे इतना डरा दिया इसने, now should we eat all this food or not? अब कल से खाने के टाइम आप सोचोगे अरे खाओ या ना खाओ, right? But don't worry. You don't need to scare. It is not for you to scare, but it is to tell you the reality. अब जग जाओ, बस हुआ. There is a way. We know that this is what happening, but there is a way that we can make it balance. I'm going to give you the 5 ways where you can balance your blood sugar. How many of you want to know this? 5 ways to balance your sugar. Likh lo, kal se you have to start doing it if you're not doing it now, right? So what are the 5 ways? First, limit your refined carbohydrates. Whenever you eat, ask yourself when you have a plate in front of you, what is that carbs that I am eating? Is it the refined one? Or is it a good carb? The carbs are also divided into two parts. We are not going to that detail. Refined carbs and good carbs, like millet if you are taking it, whole wheat. These are kind of a good, complex carbs we say. But when you eat more of refined carbs, that will spike your sugar faster, and then the problem starts. So limit your refined carbohydrate. That's the first thing that you need to do. Second important thing, eat more protein in your each meal. We Indians don't eat protein. हमारा क्या होता है कि प्रोटीन इतना सा होता है और रोटी राइस इतनी होती है, and that's the reason what happen all these problems starts. So eat enough of protein in all your meal. Breakfast, when you eat your breakfast, when you eat your lunch, dinner, ask yourself, what is that one protein option that I am eating? Am I eating sprouts? Am I eating paneer? Am I eating tofu, soya, chicken, egg? You have to ask that question to yourself. And that's where you will start balancing your blood sugar. Third important thing, eat more healthy fat. Healthy fats means include the nuts in your diet, include the seeds in your diet. The oil that you use it, think which is the oil that you are using. Is it a refined? Shift to the cold press, good oil. So think of including more good fat, healthy fats in your diet. Are you including almonds, walnuts, seeds? Are you including? Think in that perspective. Fourth one, eat more fiber. I cannot insist more on that. This eat more fiber. Fiber is the one thing that will help you to balance your blood sugar. From where you're going to get the fiber, you're going to get it from the fruits and the vegetables. So include plenty of fruits and vegetables in your diet. Every meal, breakfast, lunch, dinner, सब में आपको ask, you have to ask yourself, include salad, include more of green vegetables. जितना फाइबर होगा आपके डाइट में, your sugar will not spike, because fiber, when you eat first, it will release the sugar in your blood slowly, not exactly in that spike. So include enough of fiber, lot of fruits and vegetables that you can include. And the fifth one, eat mindfully. जब भी खाना खा रहे हो, eat slowly, have all your senses, ensure that you don't have any disturbance. Enjoy the food that you have in your the plate. When you take that one piece in your mouth, chew for a longer time, let it go, gulp inside, and then take the other one. So eat mindfully. If you start doing these five things also, you will start seeing the difference. If you have an insulin resistance, or maybe if you have a diabetes, or maybe if your sugar is spiking, if you start including these five things, you will see that immediately there is a difference. You will start seeing a lot of protein, fiber, good fats. That is more important. That's what. So how many of you think that you're going to start this doing it from tomorrow? From tomorrow, whenever you eat any meal, you will first ask yourself, is it the balanced meal? Is it that I am only eating more of carbs, or I'm eating enough of vegetables, protein in my diet, in my plate? If the answer is yes, good to go. Remind me tomorrow. मतलब जब भी खाना खाओगे मेरा चेहरा याद करना, and start doing it. Yes, how many of you agree that you will start doing it from tomorrow? Today is a World Diabetes Day. So let's all promise ourselves. This is a promise that we all should do ourselves, that I'll start eating in a balanced way. I'll be more conscious what I put it in my mouth. Yes, agree? How many of you agree? Fantastic. Great. Thank you so much for listening to this, and I hope you have enjoyed and you loved. I try to make it very simple and try to make it in very layman language so all of you can understand. Thank you so much. SP Singh, you are, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Sulakshana madam. On behalf of all team members of the health quadrant, I thank you again. You have enlightened us on a very important topic today. Sugar is a simple carbohydrate, but it's a good source of energy. But it has to be taken with a lot of control and moderation. I request that all of you can learn more if you join our various programs run by the Health Quadrant. And I thank you again for attending this important presentation. Good night till we meet again. Thank you very much.
And I also would like to thank you, the whole health quadrant community, and our Mr. Shakti sir for giving this opportunity to talking to me in front of you. Thank you so much.
Thank
Why is